Right, back for a quick update. Since releasing the video on Eyam's hidden waterfall, a few people have asked me about the bone cave, the discovery of the bone and that. So being I've been busy doing nothing, I've found a bit out. Now the bones that were found were at Sheffield University, and as far as I know they're still there. But sadly there's been no dating work done on them yet. But fingers crossed they will do, they'll get round to it. And the National Trust bought the site in 2013, so it's not on private farmland. The name Swallet is an old Derbyshire lead mining term for a place where water breaks into a mine. And lead mining has been going on under the Eyam area since Roman times, and there's a scatter of ancient now disused lead mines surrounding and beneath the village. And water has always been a major problem for Eyam's miners, as they burrow through the rock beneath their village like Tolkien dwarves. Because the area is known for limestone caves, and obviously the underlying geology of this area is limestone. So the local geology suggests why it is there, as swallow holes are often the source of where all the water that flows through the caves and mines gets underground. And huge volumes of water can disappear underground here in flood conditions. And there are several other swallow holes in the proximity, and new ones do keep appearing. One was recently discovered in the garden of a house in Eyam, and I think it's been explored by cavers, and one of them is the householder. Waterfall Swallet is actually a collapsed doline, or doline. And collapsed dolines are like pit-like depressions, often with vertical walls, formed by the collapse of an underground cavity, cave or a mine. The bedrock collapses occur where cave ceilings fall in, and generally they don't form suddenly but by a gradual collapse of the rocks until a hole opens on the surface. Bone Cave, as it's now called, was discovered by cavers around 2000 I think, and they had to dig out the silty crawl entrance, and as they did they discovered a drop which led to an old mine shaft known as a crackpot, which is where the human and animal remains were discovered. And the shaft can be followed to a depth of 140 feet below the entrance. And from these finds, experts identified a bone from a human arm, so they assumed it was from a miner caught in a collapse down the mine sometime in the past. But this didn't help with the dating at all, because lead mining has been going on in the vicinity since the Roman times and continued to recent history. But I recently read an article on the Fuzzy Sasquatch website, and it seems things are not as clear cut as they seemed at the time, because as he suggests, human and animal bones collected together hinted at being an archaeological site, and he suggests some, I think, plausible ideas as an alternative to the trap miner, which would explain the inclusion of the animal bones in the mine. Now, the stream that feeds the waterfall Swallet passes close by Longlow Bowl Barrow, a Bronze Age burial site, so it could have possibly washed the bone out, including animal bones on the way, or even past another undiscovered barrow, so peat district is full of them. Alternatively, it could have been an intentional ceremonial burial at the waterfall, which could have been the source of the remains, and I could imagine the place being quite captivating and spiritual to our ancestors. Or even it could have been just a wayfaring stranger falling in sometime, any time since the Paleolithic, Bronze Age, Iron Age or medieval period. And I have seen pictures of the Swallet in flood, and it's spectacular. During exceptionally wet periods, it seems feasible that human and animal bones could have been washed down from the land and eventually into the mine, as he suggests, because the runoff from the water is close to the cave entrance, so when it's in flood it would be higher. Yeah, and in my mind it explains it better than the trapped miner laying there with animal bones, which wouldn't be able to get into the mine any other way, not that deep. So hopefully this extra information will go somewhere to quenching people's curiosities. It has done mine.